For these sessions we have together of spiritual empowerment, I think from the beginning, I'm just going to say it very directly, that all of us who are truly mystical, spiritual, have had so many experiences in our life where there is a divine intervention, we'll call it, where certain moments can't happen unless an infinite intelligence, a God, decreed it. We've all walked through the fire, through walls at different times in our life and wondered how we got there. First of all, we wondered how the condition got so vile around us. The judgments, the cruelty, the subtle innuendo, and we're just here. And all of us who are of that bent we're just here. We know there's a destiny behind us, a soft flowing current, always. We're never unaware of that isness, that Godness. It's sweet, it's kind, it's true, it's real. And everything that this world system is comprised of, everything that's considered to be material, to be hard and fast about the world, even family, organizations, materials, they're all part of the dark side. That which we call Satan, evil, Mephistopheles, Lucifer, all these, they're all real. These dark forces, we've all seen them in our life. My point right now is that the entirety of the world is that. You might ask the Dalai Lama what his thought about God is, and he would have a long, drawn-out explanation, because you might not believe in a God in the Western sense, because you spend so many years in such deep awareness of God that you don't think of it socially, politically, being in relationship to being in the world, because you're already there. You've given up your part in the world. They call them bodhisattvas or something, where you transcend. You are thus gone. Tathagata, they call it. And for today's discussion, we're going to discuss the fact that we will all be thus gone soon, who are spiritual. And the remnant, maybe not, maybe never, because they're part of the illusion, the illusory state. So we practice an illusory form of meditation to attain an illusory sense of enlightenment. The point is that it's all illusion. And for today, that there is a dark force, and the entirety of what seems to be the world we live in is the dark force. And as soon as you have your first initial illumination experiences, and we've all had them, that's what we're discussing now, the world goes up in a snap. It's gone. It never was. It's truly an illusion. How could God have created any friction, any concern, mental concern? It begins in that soft flowing current of the human heart that we call love. It comprises kindness, intelligence, decency, awareness, purity, a purity of intent. We always have that within us, and that's our weapon. We're going to discern right and wrong, and we're going to clear the path for everyone behind us. I have to be a little concrete about this, which probably includes 4% of the people of the world, maybe it's 90% of the world, but just for today, that we don't get confused by this person or that person near us, and everyone makes the world real. And everyone that makes the world real, that's the problem. I don't make the world real. You don't make the world real. And we have to deal with this claptrap every day of our life, don't we? Slapped this way and that way, and turned and questioned, and in numerous ways, many, many ways, innumerable. But if we're quiet, we're calm, and we know there's a God. God is just like your dad, infused with momness, and kindness and truth and infinite awareness. I give you that. You're that, not this. As soon as we clarify that right down the middle, and we don't react to any of the bad stuff, we know we're completely pure within, and the dark side makes us a little bit guilty or concerned about this or that. Now, it's right to feel, if I couldn't give everything I could to my family, to my loved ones, and then I take that on. It just makes me deeper. And you could call it guilt, but it's not guilt. It's true love. It's adoration. You give yourself up to the one you love, don't you? So subtly in your thought, turn it from guilt to adoration. I know my teacher, Kathleen Judge, from many, many years ago, that I met someone that's so pure, more pure than the yogis in the mountains. And I think of her and I'm awash with this sense of humility and kindness and truth. I think of you. And I'm awash with humility, kindness, and truth. We have something to do together here today, don't we? It's as bad as it could get out there, isn't it? And yet, if we're like the monk on the hill, we're in the steady state of kindness, of understanding, of wisdom. And the midpoint of it is an intelligence that knows right from wrong. The material world never existed in us. It's the illusion. Your heart and soul and mind in your presence, and the love you have for your mom, for your little kitty, for your true love, whatever is, that's the beginning sense of divine adoration, a mystical sense, a humanity beyond all thought. So if we can manifest this sense right here in the middle of a very noisy gym, with my martial arts master buddy here, Greg Escolta, where it teaches people martial arts are here all the time. And so if I were doing this in my home, it's like, it's a breeze. But that we can do it here in a very noisy, big, lovely gym, a lot of happy, hard-working people, then we can do it anywhere, can't we? I've done it everywhere. You're everywhere that's decent and kind and true and spiritual. It's a presence that moves right through everything. It's more than love. You understand? It's a sense of adoration. And eventually we kind of blend with that higher sense. That blending process never ends. There are endless, infinite universes that are all glorious. Every moment of spirituality, of what we'll call enlightenment, nirvana, that begins endlessly beyond the thought that there's a world. There never was. I moved to say, for me, the world doesn't exist in my perception. And I've somehow gained the ability to communicate with people, and that's what happens with all of us. My friend Alan Watts, he wrote beautifully about this, and Carl Jung, and so many other people. And my friend Kathleen, my teacher, lived it, got nothing good from the world, and just kept walking through it. That's why we love the mystics, the saints, the martyrs. They actually gave their life for the truth. And what are we giving? We give our adoration and we blend with them. And we go with them. And we are them. And they're with us. I'm not afraid of the armies of this world. I'm not afraid of Satan, Lucifer, or whatever. Darkness. Bad psychic intent. I lived through all of it. 100%. My friend Kathleen taught me, my mom, my dad, my buddy Greg, his dad, great hero from World War II. My buddy Peter, who began this business. And we're all very gifted. Not me, I'm nothing, but you are the gift of God to this generation, that it be the last. Do you understand? It's all in perception. Read the book I wrote, After Time, put together by Susan George, and it's every detail of this in an exquisite language you won't find anywhere in the world. The truth of how it will end, and you'll understand it all, and just like that. The only other place it's written is in your heart, the human heart, the spiritual heart, the divine soul. We're not physical beings. That's the hardness of trying to explain this. We are the light. Fall in love, and then fall further, and you'll see him, the only God. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Mr. Skolta.